What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Goat Shed Sports Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Nick Connect, and alongside me once again is the prophet, Jacob Bowles.
Oh,
Jacob, how
wow.
you doing?
Yeah, never used that one before, that's for sure. I am fantastic, Nick. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Awesome. Well, this has been over a year since you've last heard from us, if you've been following
Let's
along.
get an
And
exact date. You keep talking. I'm gonna get his exact date.
I had it up for a second, but yeah. So it's been over a year. Unfortunately, things happen. We get busy with our lives, and we are just fortunate enough to be back with you guys for the return. So hopefully you're excited to be back and tuned in.
August
Ready to go.
16th, 2020.
August 16th, 2020. So yeah, a
And some
year
change.
and some change, a few months there. So it definitely feels like a long time since we've been here
I mean,
with y'all.
there's been a Super Bowl. There's been an NBA playoffs where your Lakers won, and then there was a whole other NBA season and playoffs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
there's been
so
over half a football season and the
yeah,
whole
so
MLB season.
last time we left off, I mean, obviously a lot's happened by then. A lot of seasons go by. So here to kind of just recap a few things that went on over the past, and then kind of talk about things that are currently happening. Which this has been one of the craziest sports weeks in a while, honestly. In NFL and especially NFL, I want to say more than
And the
anything.
NBA, dude, the Thunder beat the Lakers twice.
In the NBA, yeah, there's a lot of news to talk about. So we will get into that. So starting off where we last we're with you guys. The bubble playoffs were just beginning, and we had our predictions, and Lakers ended up coming on top.
I predicted the Heat to make it to the finals. Jacob straight up on the podcast told me you're crazy. They would never beat the Bucks,
It happened. So
and they did.
I was very surprised, but they well deserved to make it to that finals and really fought hard
Oh,
against
they'll win
a
it this
very
year
good
since we're over.
Lakers team. That's very confident. You heard it here, folks. Uh, lock it in.
Oh,
Nick's got his,
yeah, lock it in.
lock it in. Nick's got his money on it.
I'd put money on it.
There you go. So playoffs happened, go by, and next thing up was the NFL season. And Nick, it was a good Super Bowl.
It was a
Well,
great Super Bowl. The fun thing is, Jacob is a bigger Tom Brady hater than the biggest Tom Brady hater. And when he went to the Buccaneers, I put in our big Twitter group chat with our friend group, and I said, "Dude, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl." And Jacob goes, "They'll be lucky to make the playoffs." You want to talk about that one, bud? You want to talk about your emotional argument?
see, I really didn't understand going into that season just how good that Buccaneers team really was and really still is.
Tom Brady, how good Tom Brady is as well.
How much he can use a talented roster
Nope.
to achieve
Jacob,
greatness.
Jacob, he had 5 touchdowns like 2 weeks ago at the age of 42. Stop hating.
Do you know how many times he started on his opponent's field position to start the drive? Of course, you're going to score 5 touchdowns when you start the majority of your drives on your opponent's side of the field. He's good.
He's
He
the
is
goat.
great.
He's the goat.
He is
He's the
the
goat.
greatest quarterback of all time, but he's beyond by far, like not close to the
Oh,
talented.
thank God. Okay, I thought we weren't going to get to this point like till later, but we're going to bring back a recurring segment on this show where we call LeBron the goat. Sure, you can call Jordan the goat. He's not the most talented. That's LeBron. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan might have been perfect in the finals, but he's not LeBron, so
He's not perfect off the court.
there you go. There you go. We'll put it like that.
Cool.
So very good full NFL season with
Fun
recapped
Super Bowl.
obviously.
A really fun Super Bowl.
Tom Brady achieving greatness, getting ring number what 6
hmm
by himself. So
Beaten. Gronk had two
top
touchdowns in
win.
that Super Bowl. Antonio Brown had a touchdown in that Super Bowl. That was crazy.
Yeah, before Antonio Brown fell off. Oh well.
You mean after he fell off?
Yeah, true. True, true, true.
He didn't fall off. I guess he fell off the wagon. He didn't fall off football skill wise. He
Yeah,
fell off mentally.
fell off a little bit. Yeah, that
But
you
he's
know.
back. I'm a firm believer in, and I hate the Steelers, and so like Antonio Brown's prime was obviously with the Steelers. I'm a firm believer if he never fell off the rails, he would have shattered every record Jerry Rice has set.
I mean,
He
that
was so
dynasty that they were on right there. I mean, they could have done great things, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. I mean, I'm from
good.
Pittsburgh and
Hey,
not a Steelers fan,
he's got a rig now.
but he's got his ring, so it worked out in the end for him, obviously. And the Steelers are struggling with Big Ben at the current moment. They're surviving, but they're just mid table. They're
Yeah,
not
Ben's just at the
great.
tail end of his career. You know, I mean, it was just like Drew last year. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
the
mean it.
Saints made the playoffs last year, but Drew didn't look good. It was like Peyton when he won a Super Bowl.
I was just about to say
Yeah,
Peyton's my favorite player, and he won a Super Bowl playing the worst season he's ever played in the NFL.
yeah,
So
and he'll even openly admit it too.
yeah,
This is a little off topic, but we're talking about Peyton. Have you had a chance to tune in to Monday Night Football with Peyton and
oh,
Eli?
100%. You know I have
Dude, I
to.
watched the what was the Giants and someone else were last Monday. I watched the because I was like, this game's gonna suck. I'm just gonna because I was choosing if I was
It was
watching.
Giants Chiefs.
Yeah, so
And the Chiefs barely won.
I watched the broadcast from the Peyton and Eli's commentation. They're hilarious.
It was funny because at times like Eli wanted to like celebrate and cheer when the Giants were doing something, but
Oh my god,
obviously
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
he's an analyst, so he's got to like stay neutral about it. Yeah,
but he's like, yeah, dude, I won 2 Super Bowls here and played like how many seasons did Eli play? Like 12, 13
whole
seasons.
career
Probably?
there, or most, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Dang, go Manning brothers.
The Tom Brady stopper.
Yeah, dude, honestly.
I
I don't know how he did, bro. Michael freaking Strahan was the real Tom Brady stopper there.
I'll never forget that catch. That was
The gap, the gap in the teeth really helped him get a aerodynamic flow.
flow
That's why
right through
Michael
the
Strahan gets so many sacks.
right
Aerodynamic
through the
flow.
offense.
So
That's awesome.
we had that. We had the Buccaneers and the Chiefs Super Bowl, which was fun, and then the next NBA season happened. I wasn't a big fan of the last NBA season.
Yeah,
It was weird.
it was very different. I
It
mean,
was rushed. It
there's
was
a
very
lot of
rushed.
injuries throughout the season from a very short off season, and
Oh,
it
bro, like
definitely showed.
both of our teams got bounced in the first round after going to the finals the year before because they had 33-day off season.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Yeah,
it was dumb.
they had to turn around and jump right back into things, and
Oh,
I mean, obviously, Giannis got his ring. He balled
deserved
out
it.
in the
He
playoffs.
deserved it. He had a 50
He
point double double
he
with
carried
seven
he carried that
with
team almost to
17
the
made
ring.
free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis
Yeah,
deserved it. That was one of the
that's
best final performances ever. I don't get how
that's
you could ever. I think me and you were texting after that game, and I remember our text chain being long as crap because we go, dude, how could you even hate Giannis? Like
yeah.
I don't get the angle of people hating on him.
I mean, on and off the court, like he does everything. Like he's done so much to improve his game,
He's just
and
so
he's just
goofy,
such a nice, goofy guy off the court. Like you can't.
bro. You see his tweet like last week. He goes,
I,
he went to the Harry Styles concert, and
I
he
did see that.
tweeted, "I'm at the Harry Styles concert. I'm the only guy here. Great show, Harry," or something like
Great
that.
show, great performer. I love it.
Oh, one more thing, that
Yeah,
now that we're talking about basketball, and I was thinking about Kevin Durant for some reason, we need to talk about the boys got the gold medal this year.
they did. They did.
Kevin Durant was nuts.
I mean,
He's the greatest Olympian of all time.
obviously, the United States is the greatest team every
So
single
much better
year.
than all the other countries.
Leaps and bounds better, and it's. I mean, not that there's not talent outside.
Because
Obviously,
we
there's a
obviously
lot of.
haven't won gold every year, Like sometimes someone crazy like Manu comes in who's been playing Euroball his whole life, so that's because it really is a different sport.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, you play those FIBA rules. There's a lot of differences, and it definitely showed. I mean, they lost what, those first two games or
Yeah, the
first two out of
scrimmages, just the scrimmages.
3 or something like that. But I think it was like against Nigeria and someone else.
It
So
was France.
struggled at the beginning,
France and
but
Nigeria, but I wasn't mad about Nigeria
Mhm.
because at the time there's two, but now at the time there was three members of the Miami Heat on that team, and they were all just going off. But
Made you proud.
Precious Achua got shipped out to Toronto.
Yeah, business. It happens.
Bam Adebayo got to put his Olympic champion banner up next to LeBron's in FTX Arena last week.
There you
He
go.
had the medal on the halftime. They hoisted it up. It went Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Bam Adebayo. I go, that's sweet.
That's sweet. That's a nice list of names to be by.
Yeah.
That's an honor. So speaking of, I just remembered huge changes to the NBA
Oh,
this year, rule changes specifically.
before we get into today and now, I feel like the people would be
Oh,
very
okay.
upset if we didn't say, "Hey, good job, Braves."
Oh, yes, we cannot forget the MLB. We cannot forget baseball.
I don't use this word um, lightly. By lightly, I mean I use it all the time, but on camera, I don't use this word lightly. Fuck the Astros.
We all hate the Astros,
Fuck
and
them. They beat
for
my
all you,
they beat
if
my
you're not
good teams.
aware, the Astros were accused of cheating in their
Accused,
seasons of winning,
convicted of cheating.
convicted of cheating in their runs to their championships, so and their playoff or championship appearances as
Altuve,
well,
more like shit Tuve.
where they had clickers or they like listened to the trash can drum. So look into it if you haven't really heard about that. It's very interesting, and obviously people have a right to hate them or like Nick said, just outright fuck them. So
Facts.
straight up.
Screw those
So
guys.
congrats to the Braves. They won in six. Very nicely done. I'm not the biggest baseball
88
follower.
win 88 win team too, bro. They won 88 games in the regular series. I mean, the Dodgers and the Giants both won like 104 and 106, and the Braves came out of
It's
that
a short season, right?
no.
No, it's
Dodgers won
regular.
106 games.
Feels kind of low though for isn't there like 160 games?
I thought it was like 140.
God,
I have no idea, dude.
if you can't tell, I'm not the biggest
I
baseball.
only watch baseball once the wild card games start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Pirates fan, and obviously there's very little playoff appearances by the Pirates, so it's very hard to watch baseball. But I
Yeah,
do enjoy it. I do admire watching good baseball, though. I
yeah.
will say.
But I mean, 88 win team to come out of that league because on the National League they have 200 plus win teams that had to play each other in the second round, which is
Hmm.
nuts. The Braves beat the Dodgers, get through, manhandled the Astros. I mean, 7-0 in the elimination game in Houston.
Yeah.
Good on them.
So very challenging road to their win, but pulled it out in the end. First time I believe since I think they said 1985.
First time
So
any Atlanta team.
any Atlantis. So quite a while for the city. Very
Because I mean, the Falcons had a chance at 24 to 28 to 3.
yeah, they didn't blow this lead, so
Yeah, no, they did not. And it was even like college. It was the first any team like any college or professional Atlanta. I mean,
wow.
I'm sure there's like some from D3 college that won something. But
Yeah, but
I'm
if
talking
you're
about like
counting
Georgia.
major sports,
Georgia never
yeah.
won a football title, and then the Hawks obviously haven't done anything. I mean, they made the conference finals last year, but they haven't been good since Dominique. I'm sorry, the
Yeah.
2015 team that was the first seed in the East wasn't not good. Um,
They tried.
what else do they have in Georgia? I don't know. Congratulations, Georgia.
They finally did it.
But
But
yeah,
I guess we can now talk about those
you
the
ready
rule
to
change
go?
this season. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
So
NBA made great rule changes. It's
they
made
made
basketball so
fantastic
much more
changes.
enjoyable.
It's been and it's honestly been such a noticeable rule change like off the start. Like you can really tell like who is affected and who it has it and kind of shows who aren't just solely
Yeah,
diving.
like so for anyone that doesn't know, they switched. So basically, they're being more tight on calling non like basketball move fouls. So
Mhm.
like a big one that it's hitting people on is like it's Trey Young and James Harden when they jump into people to try to get foul calls. My favorite quote because so Jimmy Butler and James Harden last year led the league in free throws attempted a game, and a reporter asked Jimmy how even with these new rule changes you're still getting 11 free throws made a game. How are you able to do that? He goes, I actually get fouled unlike these other guys.
Yeah.
Because James
So
Harden, Trae Young, and all them, they get a lot of free throws or
mhm.
did get a lot of free throws because they would jump into guys and be weird. Jimmy puts his head down and just runs into people like LeBron.
I mean, they were abusing the referees and abusing the rules at the time where they could get away with that, but I mean, James Harden has dropped, I believe, at least 8 points per game this season after these rule changes. I mean,
free
it's
throws, you mean, or he's
8 general points per game.
maybe at the start. Yeah, he was struggling. He's hooping again.
I think it was for a little bit there, but yeah,
He's
I mean,
hooping again. I think he's back up to like 23 points a game.
yeah, and I think there's a 3 game stretch where he only had like 5 free throws or something like that. So
Yeah.
not getting to the line as much.
The crazy stat on James
He's
Harden
not getting
is
away with much.
the crazy stat on James Harden is he has more free throws made than field goals made his whole career. That is nuts.
Yeah, he's the only player in NBA history who's
I
done
think
that.
only player with like significant numbers.
Yeah,
Like obviously
yeah.
there's some Joe Schmo that has like 2 attempted shots and 10 free throws made. But,
Something weird like that.
James Harden
Yeah.
has thousands and thousands and thousands of free throws.
Yeah. So really, really big rule change that's not only just affected him but other players in the league.
Oh, I mean,
so
Dame's everyone's slowed down. I feel like the grit and grind players like Jimmy. I mean, LeBron hasn't played as much, but like those guys that barrel down to the rim, it's not affecting because they do actually get fouled. But
Yeah.
it's like the perimeter players that were foul baiting jump shots.
Yeah,
those ISO players just aren't getting it anymore.
Yeah, like you said, mostly ISO players and those who were shooting a lot of threes and getting those three free throws just from
And then one
jumping
player
into
it affected, I feel like, for about 3/4 of game 1 was Steph Curry. You could tell he didn't know like what to do, and then
he was like, "Oh, I'm Steph Curry. I'm
Steph Curry. He's winning the MVP this year.
He was like, I know what to do. I've done this before. So
if he stays healthy, he's winning MVP.
the Warriors are currently 7-1
right now.
He is number 1.
Jimmy's 1, Steph's 2, KD's 3, and the MVP tracker.
It's looking good.
I don't think Jimmy's gonna stay there. His team's too good.
Yeah.
Start. I think Steph wins it. And Jordan Poole.
Steph will win it. Jordan Poole might get most improved player.
No. Fucking hero, baby.
He keeps the numbers. Yeah.
Tyler's blowing his numbers out the water and playing like 10 less minutes a game. Get on my face. Get on my face with Jordan Poole stuff.
Okay, I'll see.
His Jordan Poole's minutes are going down past All-Star break when Clay's back.
Well, true, yeah. Think about that.
Yeah, dude. The Warriors look this good without Clay.
Scary. It's very scary.
I hope Clay comes back and's healthy because we haven't seen him play in 2 NBA seasons now.
It's been way too long without Klay Thompson.
I love Klay Thompson.
There's been what 2 NBA finals,
2 NBA champions crowned
since he's been back.
3 technically because he got injured during that
finals. Yeah, I guess
like 2 full NBA seasons where the Lakers and the Bucks have won without Klay, and with Steph missing a lot of that. The year the Lakers won, he broke his
he got injured the first week. Yeah, his wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his wrist. Yeah. So, but something like that, yeah. But it's good to have stuff back. Everything's currently going kind of well. We'll start with the NBA season. I mean, like we said, Warriors are 7-1. They're doing really, really well. Heat are fantastic.
I always had faith in my boys, but I didn't think they were gonna come out the gate blowing good teams out like this.
This is nice to see.
They had a bad loss 2 nights ago to the Celtics.
Yeah,
but like Kyle got hurt.
It's been really weird this year because teams you normally see sit at the bottom of the Eastern Conference are kind of pushing towards the top, at least off the start.
Dude, surprising team. Well, not surprising because they made a lot of moves this offseason, but I didn't expect them to work this fast. The Bulls look good.
The Bulls have
DeMar DeRozan looks like 2015 Raptors DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, they were the last undefeated team for a little bit.
They're 6-2.
They were 4-0. I'm pretty sure off the start. They're the only 4-0 team.
They lost to
and then
Knicks by 1, and then they got blown out by the Sixers a couple nights ago.
Yeah. So they definitely got off to a fast start. Maybe teams started kind of figuring things out. Maybe they'll
be fine.
They'll be fine though. Oh, 100%. They're
decent.
They have enough talent on the team. DeMar's
decent. DeMar and Zach.
Zach LaVine looks like a monster right now.
Yeah, Zach and DeMar are both going to be all-stars. Vucevic is really good, obviously.
He's always been good. I mean, he just needs to get off the Magic.
At a good 6-man level. I think last time I checked the betting odds, he was like top 10 for 6-man of the year, so that's pretty good for
That's pretty good for
as
him.
Caruso goes, because he normally doesn't put up the stats to warrant awards. He just plays defense, so he's putting up the stats now. But
He deserves. Yeah, he deserves some recognition.
yeah, the Bulls look good. They look scary.
Bulls look good.
I want
Brooklyn
them to
Nets
win.
without Kyrie.
Oh, dude. Listen, I'm gonna go on the record. Put it on the record. If Kyrie doesn't get vaccinated, the Miami Heat walk to the NBA Finals. They walked that.
That's the only team standing their way this year.
Yeah, dude. They'll blow the Bucks back out. We have PJ Tucker now.
The
We have the
Giannis stopper.
We have the bodies to play defense on the Bucks, and
Love
Jimmy
it.
doesn't have to play point guard. That was our big problem the last 2 years. Was Jimmy had to play point guard.
Yeah.
He's not a point guard. I'm not scared
Yeah,
of the Bucks. I should be scared of the Bucks. I think I said this last year. I'm not scared of the Bucks, and we got swept and they won the NBA Finals. But
Bucks are currently sitting in 10th in the East for.
it's playing good. They don't have
Those
Drew Holiday or Bobby Portis right now, though.
Yeah, they're definitely missing some key pieces that helped them out last year,
They're missing
but
2 starters and their 6-man. But
yeah. So they definitely took a big hit, but when you have Giannis, Antetokounmpo, and Chris Middleton on your team, you can do big things anyway. So they'll figure it out. They'll be better.
They'll be okay. You can't jump a gun. My big thing is before All-Star break, I tend to try to not overreact.
Yeah, for sure. There's a whole lot of season.
Yeah. But
So
who's looking good on the West side of things? I mean, the Jazz.
West side,
Jazz and the Warriors.
there's really everyone else besides the Jazz and Warriors is kind of like near 500 win percentage.
Paul
So they're kind of,
George is looking crazy.
he is looking really nice this year. I will admit.
He's got to carry that team because Kawhi's probably not going to play till at least All-Star break.
It's going to be a while. They're going to struggle without him, but Paul George, if he keeps this up,
I mean, before he got that shoulder injury in 19, he was the frontliner for MVP when he was on the Thunder. He's good. He's really good.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, he plays on the Clippers. Screw those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So
even though they don't have the people I hate anymore, because like the people I hate on the Clippers is Trez and Lou Will and Pat Bev. Like I have no problem with Kawhi and Paul George. Like they're.
Oh yeah, they can go and do whatever they want.
But
I mean,
I hate Pat Bev.
I hate
the kid is a rat.
everyone hates Pat Bev. There's very few people who like him. I feel like.
Bro, when he tried to jump under Giannis to get that charge call and the blocking,
He just bullshit like that all the time.
And
Yeah.
the refs called the charge against him. I go, yes.
I love it. I love stuff like that.
Jonas was just trying to shoot his free throws, and Pat like jumped in front of him at the free throw line.
That wasn't Giannis. That was Jonas.
Yeah,
Valanciuc.
Jonas. That's what I said. I was talking about the Giannis one, then I went to Jonas, and then he jumped in front of Pat. I mean, Pat jumped in front of Jonas and like got in his face, and Jonas pushed him off, and they teed them both up. I go, dude, Jonas was just trying to shoot free throws, man.
Yeah. Leave the names alone. I mean, Clippers are 4-4. They're 9th right now, but it's obviously 8 games into the season. There's 74 more games. They'll be fine. Pelicans and
Dude, Zion's
on the
literally
bottom.
300 pounds.
Zion is massive.
Dude,
It's tough.
Is he gonna be one of the big what ifs? Or do you think he's gonna be fine? Do you think he's gonna get back on the court and play?
He's gonna get his stuff together. I feel like.
Hopefully, dude.
He has to.
I guess when we're talking about Zion, we got to talk about his partner in crime. I'm putting that in quotations. The second pick in that draft, John Morant looks so good, dude.
John Morant looks fantastic this year.
Bro, he's leading. He's tied with Jokic for most points in the paint per game as a 6'2" point guard.
That's insane.
And he's the lightest player in the NBA, and he's averaging 11.9 points per game in the paint.
He's afraid of nothing, dude. I love it.
Bro,
I love it.
I've gone on the record telling you this is rookie year, last year too, dude. He scares me because he just jumps and goes for athletic layups and dunks, and I go, dude,
yeah, like
you are 120 pounds. Stop.
Like the one time he tried to end Kevin Love's whole career and then almost like fell and
then he got
destroyed himself. He's like, cool. He's like, whatever. I'm 120 pounds. I fall like nothing.
Jaw, dude? I don't want to call. I feel like is he really only 120 pounds? Where's my cursor at?
The 174.
That's
Zion is 317. There's no way that's right.
No, that's true. Look how big
Trey
he is.
Young's 164. It says.
Have you not seen how big Zion? Like, have you not seen a comparison from his rookie year to today?
I mean, I have, but
He
like
is chunky.
317 is
He is
big.
chunky.
That is big. That's really bad.
I guess another thing, real quick, to catch up on. I guess so. Another thing we missed. Alabama creams OSU in the 2020 national championship game. That's our word for anyone that doesn't know. Columbus. We live in Columbus.
It happens.
We beat Clemson and smoked Trevor Lawrence. So that's all I care about.
That's all I care. Pretty boy died or lost, so that's fine with me. We move. They and Ohio State is currently only set 6 points up on Nebraska,
Yeah,
so it's
they'll
fine.
win the game.
They'll win. It's no problem. No sweat.
But I mean, really, the NBA season, we don't got too much to talk about because it's like 3 weeks in. But something that is, how many weeks in are we in the NFL season?
This is week 8.
We're pretty far into the NFL season, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I wanna start this off on the most recent thing that's happened. Odell Beckham Jr. is a punk, and you want me to tell you why? Oh yeah, so this is tell you why. He requested a trade this offseason, and we kind of just didn't do anything with it because screw that guy. He had no value. We couldn't trade him, and he waited till right after this year's trade deadline to just be a literal prick. And it's like, I don't get it. I would get it if we were terrible. But, Odell, you won 11 games last year. You went to the playoffs. You beat the Steelers. You were a touchdown away from beating the Chiefs and going to the semifinals and being 1 game away from a Super Bowl where you would have played the Bills and smoked them because their defense was just piss poor in that playoffs. And it's like, he would rather get 8 receptions on a crappy team and lose than get 2 receptions and have a chance at winning. And that's what, like, I would get it if we sucked. Yes, we are not doing good right now. We're pretty inconsistent. There's the injury bug. Baker's literally playing without a shoulder. It's basically just, but it's like tough. You're on a good team. You just went to the playoffs, and I don't think I'm wrong. Was that not his first playoff win? Like, did he win?
I don't think the Giants did anything. If they did, they only made it past the first round.
It's like that was probably the best team he's ever been a part of, and he bitched and moaned his way out. I hate him. Just, I'm sorry that you know. And then it's like, I need more receptions. It's not 2017. He's not the same player. Jarvis Landry's better than him. Jarvis is gonna get more receptions.
Like, it's gonna happen. Like,
he's a punk.
Like, the reason why that team is only 4-4, right, is because of these injuries and the fact that he's not accepting his role of what he needs to do.
Have you seen some of the clips of him jogging his routes?
Like, yeah, trust me, I've seen everything. Like, it's sad to see.
I wish him nothing but failure.
I hope
because he's on the waiver, so he doesn't get to choose where he goes. But I don't see any of the bad teams picking him up because they have to pick up his salary too. But I just really want the Lions to pick him up just to ruin it. Just that'd be hilarious. I don't think they will.
Just because, dude, he'll get his 8 receptions. That's for sure. I guess.
I don't know if he would.
That's
Jared
true.
Goff throws freaking pigeons.
They have to get someone to actually get him 8 receptions, so it'd be tough. Yeah. Even if he threw at him 30 times a game,
he would just be going to another run-heavy team with DeAndre Swift. It's just like, dude, screw Odell.
It's not gonna work out.
I'm gonna get too worked up. Go Browns. We're gonna smoke the Bengals this week. Baker last year was playing like crap. Odell tore his ACL or whatever the fuck that little piece of shit did, and Baker from the game that Odell got out threw 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Screw Odell. He's cancerous. Browns 3 touchdowns from Baker.
He's a team killer, dude. He's a team killer. Okay, it's happened twice.
Hold on. Is this podcast gonna be posted before or after tomorrow? Probably tomorrow at noon, hopefully. So therefore, an hour away from kickoff of week 8. So this is my prediction: 3 touchdowns, Baker Mayfield. 1 going to
I'm just kidding.
Durant Johnson on a little halfback screen, and 2 going to Dorian's People Jones.
Okay, respect. I can see that. we'll lock that in. We'll
Sorry.
review that next week. See what it
I
comes to.
guess. I guess. I mean, how should we? Because we're gonna be doing this weekly, and we'll be posting them Sunday. So, what kind of? I guess we're doing this on the fly right here. What kind of segment should we add? Just like incorporating the next week of the NFL. Because should we
We can
make
have
like
like lock of
bold?
the week,
Should we do
or
like
a lock of the week, or like a bold prediction.
a lock of the week, a bold prediction, and like a guaranteed loss or something like that?
Uh, yeah, yeah, we can do
Okay.
something like
All
that.
right. All right. All right. Hold on. Let's do this right now. We're doing it right now. I pulled it up. We're doing it on the fly.
Stick with us.
Jacob, talk about LeBron James. That normally pisses people off or makes people really happy.
Well, LeBron is obviously the greatest of all time. No debate there. I don't really need to say anything about it, really.
Okay.
Uh, well, I guess for this upcoming week, so week 9 of the NFL season, the Colts already beat the Jets.
Oh, I
So
would love to talk about that for a minute. And
Colts
in
moved to
one of
4
my
and 5 this season.
in one of my
Barely.
fantasy leagues, I was able to obtain Jonathan Taylor at 2 p.m. on Thursday, just in time for this game. And I fell asleep at halftime because I was a sleepy boy. And I woke up to 41 points from Jonathan Taylor. And I hate Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I'm a Buckeye fan, so I resented him because J.K. was better in college. Can't convince me wrong. I love Jonathan Taylor. All right, I have my lock for the week.
Okay.
Buffalo Bills versus Jaguars. That's a lock.
Uh,
Buffalo Bills.
that's a pretty solid one. I'd like that.
My
I'm
bold.
going.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
you do your lock. Yeah, you can do the same one too, or you can be different.
I know that's a pretty solid one. I want to see if there's something else that I can. I'm going to lock Cardinals beating the 49ers. I think Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are in such a tear right now. There's no stopping them. The 49ers team is not good enough to compete with them.
Ready for my bold prediction?
Let's hear it.
The Derrick Henry-less Titans take the Rams now.
Please don't tell me they do. I need.
That's,
If the
that's my
Colts
prediction. That's my
any
bold prediction.
chance-
Adrian Peterson's gonna look like it's 2014. He's wearing a Vikings uniform.
No, you're lying.
That's my
There's
bold
no way.
prediction.
No, not a chance. Bold prediction here. Let's see.
Oh, I have a new bold prediction. Can I
I
change it?
want to say, for some reason, Jordan Love comes in for
Okay.
these Packers.
Okay, I was about to say I changed my bold prediction, but that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Jordan Love's gonna go berserk because the Chiefs.
Jordan Love's just gonna pop
the
off
Chiefs, Chiefs
versus the
defense is just horrible.
I think that's my bold prediction for the
Yeah,
week.
good. That's the one I want to make, so at least it's out there.
So
And
I think
then
Packers moved 8-1 in the season.
and I guess
Chiefs.
maybe we're gonna throw one more game out there.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Browns Bengals. Since he's a 2.5 point favorites. Brownies by 14, baby. It's the Baker game. 3 touchdowns, 2 Lawrence People Jones, 1 to Dearness Johnson.
At Cincinnati, you beat them by 14.
Yeah, dude, they suck.
Okay. We'll see about that.
I don't think they suck.
Very
That's
bold
a joke.
prediction.
I just hate every team in the NFC North but my team.
Let's see. All I need is for the Titans to lose this week, and I'd be happy. Colts be 1 game behind. Well, they're still like 3 games behind because they lost to the Titans twice, but whatever.
Yeah, it's grind season. Jonathan Taylor came out of his shell.
Well, hopefully Carson Wentz becomes an MVP somehow. So
I don't think so.
we wait and see. It's only week 8.
I think it's Kyler Murray's award to lose right now.
Oh, didn't they add an extra game this season too?
Yeah, they have 17 games this year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome.
I guess one like really big NFL news. Von Miller got traded to the best defense in the league.
He did. It's gonna be scary.
They have Aaron Donald and Von Miller on the same line rushing you. I thought that having Clowney and Garrett on one line was scary because it is. Because Myles Garrett is the best.
Gotta be the
best defensive lineman in this league. Fuck you, Aaron Donald. But Clowney's obviously not as good as he once was. Oh, Aaron Donald's. Look at his. Not Aaron Donald. Look at Myles Garrett's stats compared to Aaron Donald's this year.
Well, yeah, because you can't just look at stats because Aaron Donald gets like triple teamed every game. I know, but like it's just I'd put them 1A 1B.
Yeah, but and then I thought having Clowney on the right side of the left side of the field was scary with Garrett, But Von Miller, I mean, Von Miller's old, but Von Miller's a Pro Bowler last year. Von Miller is still the best outside linebacker in this league.
Yeah.
He is probably the third best pass rusher in this league, behind Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett. Maybe name beside maybe Khalil Mack is the only other one you could argue that's better than Von Miller.
I couldn't see a way you can argue that.
Oh, do you know what I'm gonna give big shout outs to? He's not a defensive end or an outside rusher like we're talking. Your boy DeForest Buckner's nuts. he might be the second best D tackle in the league.
Like, I feel like the Colts should just be so much better than they are, and it's so sad to.
It's just Carson started off slow. I think
Carson started off slow, and they needed to win really early games. Like
they gave the Titans the win by throwing a pick six in their own end zone.
Like, if there was just Carson's been good, but that game he fell apart. And if there's any other quarterback not named Carson Wentz in that team at the moment,
if they never got rid of your boy Jacoby.
I feel like Jacoby doesn't throw a pick six in that situation either. I don't know.
It happens. It's
probably, but I don't know. I would have
get it twisted.
I would have loved the Matthew Stafford in the offseason, or
yeah, but listen,
I can dream.
That was a trade, so you'd have to trade to get him, and they didn't really have anything worth trading like Detroit did. Detroit's got,
Detroit sucks.
Yeah, I know, but they had the return, the picks and stuff. The gets.
All right. Well, do you have anything else on your mind?
Hold on, I definitely have something on my mind. I can pull anything out of my butt. Oh yeah. I think DeForest Buckner is the second best defensive tackle in the league, though. Dude, Vita Vea is terrifying.
There's a lot of good players.
Dude, like Urban Meyer famously said to Vic Fangio in week 2 of the NFL season, Vic, it's like playing Alabama every week. Oh, what a ride it's been for Urban.
What a ride! Urban Meyer's had himself a season too.
Oh my god! Go Buckeyes. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter. Go Buckeyes.
I'm sure anyone who watches knows about Urban Meyer and his antics.
So, I guess right now this is the perfect time since we didn't start at the start of the season. What's your Super Bowl predictions? Because I made mine at the start of the year, and half of it's looking good. So I'll tell you what I made at the start of the year. I told Colby and all of them. I called Chiefs Rams. Rams side of things looking great. Chiefs not. I have my new updated guess. So what's your guess?
I want to say a Packers team with an Aaron Rodgers who's locked in and hopefully vaccinated by the time he comes back.
He won't. He's allergic. He said he's allergic to something in the vaccine.
Okay, so maybe not then, but so I'll say that. And in the NFC, I don't know.
The AFC's wide open.
I
don't want to sound like a homer, but if the Browns get into the playoffs, you can't tell me that they're not good enough to beat any of these teams, and they could make it. I don't think they will.
See, it just feels like anyone could beat any single person on any day, and it just depends on
like right now. I would say the top two are the Ravens and the Bills, but I feel like the Browns could beat both of those teams with ease.
I feel like I don't know. I still feel like the Titans with Derrick Henry.
With Derrick Henry, I think
is the best team.
I think they would have made it, but he broke his foot. He's done. I think the Chargers, they have started to struggle lately. I still think they are scary.
Yeah.
I think that defense is a problem, but it's not as big of a problem as the Chiefs. But my final prediction is Ravens versus Rams, with the Rams blowing their backs out.
I can see that.
Rams winning it all is what I'm getting.
I'd like to see the Rams win it all, and
I'd like to see it just for Matthew Stafford because he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves to get some recognition for suffering in Detroit all those years.
Do it for Calvin Johnson.
Do it for it. Well, he should gift his ring to Megatron.
Yeah, dude, just cut it in half. Cut it in half and make it a necklace like a BFF.
He definitely deserves half of it. He made him. I'm sure he enjoyed his time at least because of him.
Yeah. So you're calling Packers what?
I'm gonna say Packers and Titans if Derrick
He
Henry.
broke his foot. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back for the whole
Nah,
season.
he broke his foot. There's no way.
Uh,
No, there's no way he comes back
I
with a
don't
broken
know.
foot. No
I don't
shot.
know. And I want to say Bills.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Josh Allen's nuts.
I think the Bills are.
Stephon Diggs is nuts, and their defense is nuts.
Bills are just solid as a whole. I can't count
And their
them out.
fans jump through tables. That's really cool.
Yeah, they're Bills Mafia is insane.
Bills Mafia deserves it because they've been till like the recent couple of years, they've been unbelievably dog shit. Just like the Browns. Because I was at the Browns Broncos game this year, and I looked at Levi, and because we're at the Thursday night game, and the atmosphere is absurd there. I go, Levi, can you believe that the atmosphere was this good and this crazy when they were winning 0 games a year? And he goes, yeah, you guys are nuts. I go, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Crackheads. We're terrible people.
I would say the Bills and Dolphins existed solely to give Tom Brady 4 wins every year. That was their sole purpose.
The Jets were good in the early 2000s.
I would say I didn't include the Jets because
they were good in the early 2000s.
At least not terrible back then. But
I mean, I don't get the Dolphins. They won 10 games last year, and their roster didn't change. They added more stuff.
Yeah, they can't seem to figure it out.
I don't get them.
They're just always going to be Dolphins.
Yeah, but yeah. So Bills, Packers, your side. Rams, Ravens, my side. And let's be honest, we both made these predictions. It's gonna be like the Buccaneers and the freaking.
Oh, you just know Tom Brady's gonna get ring number 7 somehow.
Me, bro. I used to hate on him, and then I came to a point where I go, I need to appreciate this motherfucker. So I stopped the Tom Brady hate. If he gets ring number 7, I'd be happy. I cheered for him in the last Super Bowl.
There was only one Super Bowl I cheered for him. That was against the Seahawks. That was the only one.
You don't like the Seahawks?
They beat the Broncos.
So
yeah.
For anyone that is confused, Jacob was a Peyton Manning fan first, so he went Colts Broncos, and then he decided to go back to the Colts because he was born and raised in Indianapolis.
Yeah, true story.
Get your back.
True story.
Bro,
I was born in one of the cornfields in Indiana.
I was in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago, bro. That place is fun.
Yeah, I have never been there actually.
You were born there. We definitely said at the start of this episode that you were born in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, I know. So they're gonna be hella confused. Hopefully you are.
No, dude. I was at your grandma's house like 3 months ago with Ethan.
Where are you now?
Yeah,
Stop by.
We visited, yeah. After we went to Mac Miller's park.
Awesome.
I already forgot the name. Fluke? Nope. Cat. Tell me the name of the park.
Blue Slide?
Yeah, what's its actual?
Frick Park.
Yeah, Frick Park. I knew it started with an F.
Frick Park, yeah.
Fluke.
Fluke Park. Close. Awesome.
Oh, man. I'm excited for the Cleveland Browns to be 5-4 tomorrow.
It's gonna be a good day for you, I hope.
Oh, dude, I hope. If not, I'm gonna just give up on this season and just remember at least the Heat are good.
Well, Ohio State's winning still. That's good.
I don't know if I told you this because we haven't talked in person in a while, and I can't remember if I texted you this. I'm going to 2 Heat games in December.
Oh, awesome!
In Miami.
Do you know which one? Like which ones?
Yeah, I'm going on the 21st. I'm going to watch them play the Pacers, and the 23rd, I'm going to watch them blow the Pistons back out.
That's awesome. You can see that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so me and Jamie are staying at an Airbnb 0.2 miles away from the stadium in a skyscraper with views of downtown Miami.
That's insane.
The first game we're going to is one of the mashup court nights. They have the mashup court on and the mashup jerseys.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
That's insane. You have to send me like pics and shit. That's awesome.
That game, because that's on the mashup court. I got lower bowl tickets. I splurged, and then against the Pistons, I was like, we're gonna beat by 30. I just bought upper bowl tickets for that one.
Yeah, might as well.
But no, we're flying down. Just going down to Miami for 3 days. Watch 2 Heat games. So
that's insane. Awesome, dude. That's exciting. For you. But I think on that note,
I think we killed it.
I think we got everything we wanted to say. We recapped a lot there. I mean, it's a whole year and
and
Some
a half.
change for content.
That is a whole lot of sports in 45 minutes.
There we go.
Like
Well,
like we never left.
yeah, no, I felt just like it usually does. So thank you for all of those who stayed to this point, and we'll be back again next week with some updates on our predictions that we talked about. Maybe, hopefully, some new news that happens around the leagues.
Maybe Odell Beckham Jr. will have a team by next week.
Maybe he'll have a team by next week. We'll have to stay tuned and find out.
That's about the biggest news we have there. Maybe LeBron James will drop a 60 bomb. Who knows?
Who knows? You'll just have to come back next week and find out, I guess.
Exactly, because you're not going to watch the sports. That's what we're for.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we recap everything pretty much like you
I'm going to
watched.
the Blue Jackets game
Every
tonight.
detail.
Next week, I'll let you know how that went. Coke and rum are in the cup. Leaving in like 30 minutes to go pregame at a bar in
There you go.
Columbus.